Beware, this is going to be a bit of a long video because this is very, very close to my heart, and I'm sure it should be close to your hearts as well if you are Indians, right? Now, if you spend time on Instagram or any other social media network recently, the hate towards Indians in general is increasing tremendously. It's not borderline racism anymore, it is full-blown racism. I'm sure you found a lot of reels off late talking about how curry smells or how we smell like curry or we smell bad, etc., which is very disappointing. The world should be coming together, borders should be reducing. It's 2025, but it's really sad to see how the world is getting more and more fragmented. The curry smell trope is not entirely new. In recent years, however, it's just become a viral meme to just confirm stereotypes that the West had of us, which they just want to continue. And that's very unfortunate. Now, I have a lot of friends who live overseas who are not Indian. None of them think that way. My question to all people indulging in this kind of racist behavior: why is the aroma of our food being mocked? The world at one time was struggling to find India in order to just buy our spices, but suddenly that's become a point of mockery. It's very important to understand why this has started. Let's rewind to the war that our country had with our neighbor in 1971. It not only redrew borders, but also reshaped how we were viewed globally, right? This holds true even in the war we had a month ago. Each side tries to claim a moral high ground, forcing other countries to actually pick sides. I'm very glad to say we haven't picked a side. We should not pick a side. We already have our own locus. That's my personal view, right? But however, let's also look at the information war which is happening. China over the last decade has been playing a huge role in how information is seeded and viewed by people at large. Nothing wrong with that. Every state wants to do its own propaganda, go ahead and do it. However, their operations have become very sophisticated, targeting not just political issues but also cultural ones. A lot of these accounts are fake accounts. They're built by AI, which really makes me wonder what companies like Instagram and YouTube really are doing to prevent this from happening, because you're reshaping the narrative of an entire population. How I'm taken seriously in meetings overseas tomorrow will be a function of how this content is viewed globally. So I think there is a moral responsibility that these platforms need to take as well. Now, what should we do at a micro level? Forget about the establishment, the government, the platforms. The platforms won't do anything as always. The point is, challenge stereotypes where you view them, right? Don't ignore them. However, it's also a trap. The more you consume in content that is like this, the more you will get served, right? So if you see a post that reduces our Indian identity to a joke, call it out, right? Counter it, but let's not get condescending. It's very easy to get into this back and forth trap on social media, which results in nothing but a waste of time. Second, build a positive narrative. I have a lot of friends in my friend circle, no names taken, but if there's something negative that happens in one corner of the country, they just kind of post the link from a news app or a news website. What are we really supposed to do with that? Posting the link is the easiest thing you can do. Do you have anything more to say about it? Build a positive narrative. I'm not saying call out the negatives. That's absolutely fine, right? But brands and individuals can really use social media to showcase what India really is. Creativity, our resilience, our innovation, everything, right? Second thing, when we travel overseas, remember that as a population and as a nationality, we're being judged. A lot of videos on social media of people doing ridiculous things overseas, which is just not fitting in with culture of people there, is very important. Just like how we have a problem with people going to Goa and behaving in a certain way because it's not the Indian way, it's definitely not the French way or the European way or the American way when you try and force your own culture in that country, especially when you're there as a tourist. So you are a brand ambassador to our own country. Remember that very, very clearly, right? And let's behave that way. Third bit, support each other. If somebody is being targeted by racist or stereotypical comments, just show solidarity, amplify their voice and defend them publicly. Of course, make sure the backstory all adds up, etc. But remember, it's always important to be factual and strategic and not emotional. Being emotional causes massive outbursts. It's tempting to lash out at people and see something as offensive when actually it isn't. While I know I'm a limited video creator on a platform like LinkedIn, anyone who really has the inclination to build positive content around a strategy, please do that. I'm more than happy to partner. But this narrative that we have globally, after all the hard work that's happened over the last decades in rewriting what Indians are and how Indians can add value to the global ecosystem, this is starting to be undone. And that's not a good place for us to be. We are 1.5 billion people strong. Let's make it count and let's make sure the world knows who we are. We don't need sympathy because we're Indians. We don't need to be mocked because we're Indians. We can hold our own and let's just prove that to the world at large. So let me know what you think about this. Sensitive topics, some of these are my own views, absolutely. But I think we really need to build a narrative and a strategy around this as a country to counter this. Let me know in the comments what you think.